Alright people, it's Spratt here, and today I wanted to bring you guys a first day montage, a first day Black Ops 3 beta montage. You usually do that when a Call of Duty drops. Obviously this is a beta, but same, same thing really. I wanted to make a daytage as soon as it comes out, the first day, but had a lot of trouble this morning with the internet trying to get it all sorted. But in general, really, I just didn't really have enough footage. Like, I feel like I could make a little short one, maybe a 1.5 minute, 2 minute video with some streaks and some nice clips, but I don't want to throw it out there when I know I'm improving throughout the day, and by the end of the night I'm going to be much better than I was when I first started playing, or like the middle section and when I was playing today, you know what I mean? So I don't want to just throw it out there when I know I can make a much better video and upload it tomorrow, and today I can just give you guys a little rundown of the game. If you don't have a PS4, or if you haven't got the code, or if you haven't got a beta, or if you don't have Xbox One and you just want to know in general what the game is going to be like, because obviously it's still beta, so it could change, it could all change. So hopefully you're excited for that anyway. I mean, it'll just make it a little bit better, gives me more time to edit it. It just makes the whole experience a bit more enjoyable because it's stressful making a first day target. And to be honest, it's a tough game. It really is a tough game. So a lot of people just instantly think if they're not good at the game as soon as they get it, it's a bad game. It's a bad Call of Duty. Oh my god, I'm terrible. This is terrible Call of Duty. It's not good for sniping, and then they just moan about it. But they've got to realize there's like 4 different things that change this game from any other Call of Duty. So the movement is not even on my 4 right now. The movement's not even on my 4 because the movement is just normal. Apart from the wall run and the boosting, everything else is normal, and it's like 95% of the time you're gonna have your gunfight on the floor. You're both gonna be on the floor. You might jump just to get a bit more of an angle or get over a head glitch that they're on, something like that. But 95% of the time you're gonna be on the floor when you're having gun battles. So people who think it's gonna be like AW, you're wrong. I've played it all day. There's never been a moment where I thought, my god, that guy just won that battle because he was flying through the air. There was not one of those. But because with AW, I think when it first came out, I said it was challenging. But now I look back, the only reason it was challenging is because you couldn't follow someone in the air. The movement was so erratic that you couldn't focus on them. You couldn't get your aim on them. And the reason this game's challenging is not because of the movement. The movement's just great. It's really enjoyable, really fast paced. I do love the little chain movements. It just adds something extra to it. But the reason this is challenging is these 4 things, alright? So number 1, I'm going to talk about sniping here because running around with a red gun is always fun on every Call of Duty. It just is. Running around with a red gun is just great. It's a lot of fun, so I can never really complain about that. Even in AW, I obviously like the movement is just a bit too erratic, but just running around with a red gun in any Call of Duty is fun. So I want to talk about sniping because that's the main thing you guys are here for. But number 1, I want to talk about aim assist. So I think with PC, you've always had aim assist off because you can get better accuracy with a mouse than you can with an analog stick. So I think aim assist has always been off on Call of Duty on PC. I think this is the first Call of Duty, I'm pretty sure, on console to not have aim assist. So it's really weird. So people are expecting to be incredible at it because it's Call of Duty, and they should be as soon as it comes out, But it's different because you don't have that little pull, that little extra help when you're drag scoping or when you see a guy or you see a bunch of guys and it just helps you a little bit. You don't have that help anymore, so you've got to change your shot, you've got to change your whole play style because you don't get that little bit of help. So getting used to aim assist is doable. People are worried that they're not going to be good at the game. People are worried that sniping's bad because you don't have aim assist. It's all doable. You just got to play it more because you could do videos. We could have done videos in the past. I've done like a no aim assist video on Call of Duty before, and it's obviously tough, but if you keep doing that over and over again, you'll get used to it. So I don't know why people are worried about that, but that's number 1 thing. So you got to get used to that. Number 2 is the scoping transition is definitely weird. It's very, very different, and it's just another thing you got to get used to. It's just something you're going to get used to over time. It's like kind of like a staggered scope in. So it starts scoping in and then stops a tiny bit or slows down a little bit and then goes in. It's not just a smooth, straight transition. It's kind of like jagged. It's harder to describe it. You probably see it in the gameplay, but I end up overshooting my drag scopes because I'm pulling across before it's even started to go into the scope, if you know what I mean. So that's another thing you gotta get used to. A third thing, when you're in the scope, is just really high sensitivity. So when you're outside your scope, you can have a really low sensitivity and you're running around and being quite accurate. But when you go down your sights, down your scope, with the sniper, the sensitivity is really strong, and that could just tie in because there's no aim assist to help you locate the target or whatever. But I think that's just how they made it. So that's something else you got to get used to. So just a bunch of different things that you've just got to put the time into, and then you'll be a god. So that's 3, and then number 4 is just the basic one, which is just probably the same with all the red guns. You've got no toughness. So a lot of flinching is obviously really hard, really frustrating. I never really liked that on Black Ops 2, that's why I always used toughness, but people played without toughness, people sniped without toughness, and they said it was fine, so I'm sure they're going to be amazing at this game. But for me, it's really difficult because I always use that. So that's another thing I've got to get used to. So overall, sniping is really fun. It's just got to take a little bit of time to get used to. So when I started this morning to where I am right now, I've improved so much. I'm in much more consistent games, because earlier on I'd like have a really good game and then like the next 2 games I'd like not hit a shot. Like I couldn't hit someone who just stood still, you know what I mean? So it's definitely something that's going to take a bit of time, but that's really why I don't want to do a first day montage, because I just don't want to put out some bad content because I'm trying to force myself to make a first day video when I was terrible at the start and then creeped up to be decent by the end of the day. So I'd rather just take a bit more time, make one tomorrow, and just be proud of it. So all I wanted to mention really, the snipers are good. There's a bolt action, which is really fun to use. I'm preferring that a lot more. I'm enjoying the thermal sight. That's really good, as well as the circle one. I think it's the second last one. That's pretty good. And then the semi-auto sniper is pretty easy to use. Well, it's not easy to use like if you want to run around and quickscope and stuff, but it's kind of like the XPR. You can just use it to use the semi-auto sniper. It's got like 20 shots in it, and you can just stay in your scope and spray people down. So it's pretty easy to like kill people with it and get a clip if you want a clip like that. So I've got like a couple of like quad feeds and split quad feeds where I'm staying in my scope, but it just doesn't look good. So yeah, I think that's gonna be it. Really excited to play this a bit more as well, because I think I've thrown some gameplay in the background, maybe some streaks, stuff like that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. Probably a montage tomorrow, if not like a just little clip streaking video or something. Maybe I'll make a live video if I can. Just gotta go back and play it probably all night and then all tomorrow and then all the day after. And it's gonna get disgusting in here. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like if you did. I think I already said that. Peace out anyway. Good night. Good day. Whatever. I don't know what I'm saying.